In this video, I'm going to plan out the first week of August on one page in my Erin Condren monthly planner. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I love functional planning and stationery and household management and everything that goes with it. But I also find that I need a reminder to keep it simple. So if you are like me, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my new cover on here. I didn't have this in time to put it on during the monthly plan with me, which I really love to do it there, but I waited too long to order it and it just didn't get here in time, and then it got here like the next day after I filmed that. So this is the new Erin Condren School Supplies metallic cover from their back to school collection. I don't know why I can't talk, but I love it. It's so cute, and we start school in August in my area, and so this is perfect for my August cover. Okay, let's go to the current week and talk about how it's going so far. And I need to cross some of these days out. Okay. So this is just my little sticky note. I've promised to make like a video showing how I made these, and I still haven't, and I'm sorry I haven't. I've just gotten pretty behind with stuff like that, but it's just an old page from an old plum paper that had like the year at a glance, like the future planning page. I cut it up, glued it to some post-it notes, and trimmed it to size, and that's how I have a little mini calendar that can move from day to day. I also have here, this did not get a plan with me video. I was taking a break and I still planned. I did it this way. It was fine, but I still prefer this. So I think I talked about that in my flip through video, which should be going live on Wednesday. Like if you're watching this, this is on Monday, and then the next video after this will be like the flip through, and yeah, so I talk about this in there. But I have here, I had went ahead and highlighted a few things on my list that still need to get done as of today. And let's flip into August, because this is where we're actually going to be doing the planning. And we are going to do it on, I have this page set up for school prep, but I don't think I need that page because I have like this spot here where I can write down anything school related. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm not gonna save this for school prep, and then if I do need more space than that, I can just go to the end of August and I'll still have plenty of space. These are just some of the things that I needed to get figured out before school or like during the first week of school. And that will end up being this week. So I'm gonna leave it here on week 31. And I will have it handy when I need it. Okay, and then this, oh no, week 31 is the first week. What am I doing? Week 31 is the week we're planning. All of this needs to get moved here. So this is actually for week 32. That's the first week of school. This is where it needs to go. Oof. And this appointment, see, now I'm all over the place, but this appointment has actually been canceled, so I don't even need that anymore. So let's move all this. And I'm just realizing all of this stuff is gonna need to stay here. Gosh, this is why I need to prep ahead. Maybe I won't, because I already have the stickers. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna try to save that page. That's just an extra notes page. I'm just gonna leave everything here where I need it. Sorry about that. That was super confusing, but anyway, let me talk about a couple things before we get started. So I messed up my menu plan sticker that I had here, and so I peeled it up and I drew out a monthly spread to write all of my menu on there. And then later, as I was thinking about how I could use this page like more functionally, I decided I could make that even smaller. And this is all written in pencil, so it looks weird, but this is on an Erin Condren notebook paper, so it's like the same layout here. I actually shrunk down the monthly calendar and made it smaller, and I still had plenty of space to write things. And then I had enough space to draw out my little checklist system that I have been doing to keep track of the videos I want to make. And I think that I prefer this. So this was just kind of like a rough draft of how I could make this work. And I think going forward in September, I'm gonna do it this way. But I just wanted to kind of like keep it here because I am referencing this. If you watched my August plan with me, I talked about putting my content information in this box. And then that's kind of when I started thinking, is this all gonna fit the way I want it? I like having my little checklist situation. I like having the date that I know the video is gonna go live, and then like the video topic. And so I just thought, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room in here for the whole month of videos. And so I just drew this out, and this is how I've been doing it in the planner I was using to kind of keep track of my content. And so anyway, this long story short, I need this information because I'm trying to keep everything in one book and not use a separate planner. So I've got this sheet handy off to the side that is going to be like for reference for me. And then I have these two other sheets. This one is really weird because I was using a Daily Duo, yet another book, to kind of just like be like a brain dump. It was the Daily Duo, the A5 size that I got to review during launch week, and it's not for me. I thought I could just use it as scratch paper essentially. Like each day I'll sit down and like do a brain dump. And at the time I was like, oh, I can also write, I can journal in here and write down like anything important that I want to make sure to add to my memory planner, which was yet another book. So that's 4 books now if you're counting. And that just, it didn't work. Like it didn't work. I am a one book wonder. Like I can't do all of these different books, and I keep trying because buying new planners is fun, getting shiny new planners is fun, and it's fun. But when it comes down to it, I cannot function and cannot be my best self when I'm trying to juggle all these different books. Like it just doesn't work for me. And I know that about myself, and I'm always tempted to try something new, but this works. And so I need to stick with what works. I need to keep it simple. So anyway, I had pre-decorated like the whole month of July in that A5 Daily Duo. And I used the like notes companion page stickers from Planner Kate and put them on that like extra notes page you get in the Daily Duo. And then I realized I hated it. Like I hated the Daily Duo with all the stickers in it. It was too bumpy and it just wasn't, it's not for me, okay? And so whenever I just like abandoned it, I was like, I have all these really cute pages of these like notes companion pages that I set up. And so I ripped them all out. There were like 5 of them. And so actually I think I have them in here. And I didn't want them to go to waste. So I ripped them out and cut off the coil thingies. And I think I'm just gonna have them handy in case I need to do a brain dump, because it's already kind of set up that way, like work brain dump and then home brain dump. And I don't know if I'll remember they're there whenever I sit down to do a brain dump or not, but I'm gonna just kind of keep them handy just in case, and if not, I can recycle them later. So this is the one I had kind of filled out with some of the things that I think needs to happen this week. So I'm gonna keep that as a reference over here too. I definitely don't want to use that to plan with though, which is why, like I could just like washi tape this whole thing onto the page and call it like my week, but I just don't. I know I'm not gonna like looking at that long term, so. And then this is a brain dump that I started on Thursday, the like 27th or whatever day that was. And I just kept adding to it, and then I crossed it out and said, okay, now it's for Friday. And today is, what's today? Saturday. And I'm still kind of using it. I went and highlighted some of the things that need to happen. And so I have that there too. So now that we have all that out of the way, let's actually start planning. And I'm gonna move that. We obviously need to get a haircut this week, and this is my main goal for the month. So in August, I'm doing a whole 30. This came off of my Kanban. I need to stop folding this over on itself because I keep having to open it to show you. I have my goals here on my 12 boxes as like my Kanban, and so this month I'm focusing on a whole 30. And so I moved all of my goals to the month. So some of them are on the dashboard, and then the ones that are specific to each week, I just went ahead and put them on each week. And the thing that I didn't think about whenever I did that, I think I did that during the August Plan With Me video, is that actually the prep, the grocery orders and the food prep for that week actually is happening the previous week. So I've actually already done that grocery order for week 31, and so I'm gonna move that to the done section. I still need to do the food prep, which is actually gonna happen tomorrow, so it's not even for this week. But we'll just kind of put it here, and then I'm gonna do it. It's Sunday is the day I normally do it, so it's gonna happen tomorrow. But that means I need to move all of these up. So let's just do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Because obviously that's when it's gonna make the most sense, you know, is the end of the previous week is when all that stuff needs to happen. And then week 35 is gonna be September anyway, so I'm not gonna need to put anything there. So, all right, now let's get to planning. So these things need to happen, and I basically have my whole list, all of this stuff, all of this random information needs to get transferred here in like a nice readable, like not confusing, pleasing to the eye kind of way. And the way I do that is by drawing out my typical grid that I love, and I use my Micron pen here, and I just draw a big rectangle on half the page, and that rectangle is 3 inches wide. And then I need to make some marks. So I like to make a mark at a 1/4 of an inch, and then at 3 inches. And then I'll do that at the top as well. And then that way I can keep the line straight, because sometimes it can get like wonky, like where your line isn't perfectly straight up and down. But I find that if I measure the top and the bottom and then connect the dots using the ruler, then it's pretty straight. All right, and then now all we do is we go and connect every 4 lines, and then we have our weekly overview. So skip 4 lines and draw a line. And this is honestly the best layout for me. I've tried so many different ones, but this is the one I always come back to. It is similar to that of like a Hobonichi Weeks, but of course the Hobonichi Weeks is a much smaller book, and it's a bound book. It's not a coiled book, and it's got that special Tomoe River paper, which honestly sounds amazing. It sounds all crinkly and wonderful, and I actually loved that about just when I used to plan in just like a regular Mead notebook. I loved the crinkliness, like, of having written on those pages, and like that thin paper. It's such a vibe. But that does not work with gel pens, and this combo of the Erin Condren paper plus my G2 number 10 is just like a match made in heaven for me, and I love it. And I forgot to draw this last line here for the dates. And my Micron seems like it's starting to go dry. It used to be much more pigmented than this, but I'm finding I'm having to go over some lines more than once, so it might be time to start thinking about getting a new one. And the week starts on Monday, July 31st. So I'm gonna write the dates in the Micron. I don't really like writing with a Micron. It's too dry. I like a much juicier pen, but if I want to come and add some color with a highlighter later, it needs to be done in Micron or it will smear pretty bad. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know what it is about the juicy gel pen and this paper that just makes my handwriting so much more like satisfying to me. but the micron is not it for me. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, now we can get rid of this thing. I probably won't need it again unless I do something with like the week numbers and stuff. And so some things that are going on this week. We have, this is like when I start planning, I get excited and just start planning and forget that there needs to be like a process. Like I need to have like a routine where I'm looking at the month that I've already set up ahead of time so that it would be ready. I need to look at the month and see what's happening, okay? And then I need to look at my dashboard and see which goals I would like to work on and which habits I need to fit in. I need to look at my meal plan to see what we're making for dinner this week, and then I can plan. And then once I plan out the week, I can slot in all the to-do items, and then I can kind of try to figure out which days I can do each to-do item. So that's like ideally how you would plan. So like you're setting up your month, and when you set up your month, you're looking at your yearly overview that you already set up when you got into your planner. You're looking at the things that need to happen each month, and you're looking at your goals and picking the goals you're gonna work on each month. And then that way, that's all done. And then when you sit down to plan each week, you can look at that. So that might be super like, duh to you. Like you might get that already. But for some reason, even though I'm 40 years old and I've been planning for more than half my life, I still, every single time I sit down to plan, I just kind of lose all knowledge of that process. And it's just something I always have to remember. I have to like tell myself. And that's why I have a page here reserved in the front, around here somewhere. Yeah. I want to like write down those routines on this sheet, and I haven't done it yet, but that's what this is for. And just so I can say, okay, did I do these? Is this the order I'm doing things in? You know, it's something that I need to remember. And if you don't need to remember that, that's great. I'm happy for you, but I just do. I don't know. All right, so let's see what we have going on. Week 31. My son's in tennis camp all day, 9 to 3, Monday through Friday, so that's a big thing. We've got a payday, some things happening on Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to be kind of beat, I realize, because we have an orthodontist appointment at 3, and that is the day my son is finally getting his braces on. It's been a journey up to this point, but we finally found an orthodontist that everybody in the family likes. The treatment plan is fine for everybody. The finances are better. The location is better. The schedule is the one thing we're kind of, not as happy with, but it's still going to work out. It's just, I'm glad we took the time to visit different orthodontists to find the right one for us instead of just like going with the first consultation we had. Anyway, we finally found one. He's finally getting the braces on Thursday, and then we have book club on Thursday evening. I have a gaming night scheduled for Friday. I need to work on getting my studio like painted, and this is really the only weekend I think that I'm gonna have to do it in August. I need my husband's help for a couple of things, and so I really need to make that a priority that we do it this weekend. He needs a haircut. We're going to be going out for errands related to working on the studio anyway, so we will be out and about, and so haircuts will most likely happen. And it's the beginning of the month, so I have a lot of like monthly reset type tasks that need to happen too. So kind of a busy week. Not to mention I also have my regular cleaning routines and YouTubing stuff. So yeah, there's all that. So let's see, Monday, I need to put kind of like a Monday through Friday, the kid is in tennis camp kind of note. And I think I've done that in June in June, I don't have June here because this book started in July. I wanted to look at how I did that previously, but it's not in this book. So I think what I did was I wrote a note up in the top margin and then just drew a line down. That way it wasn't taking up all the space here. So let's do that. And I'm just gonna do that with the micron. And I'll use my stencil here. And look, I broke it. I've used this thing so much, it broke. It snapped right there. And it's just one of the lines, so like, I don't really use these lines the way they're intended, so I don't think it's an issue, but I think the flapping about is gonna annoy me, but that's just something I gotta figure out. Let's draw, I'm gonna draw a little like flag, banner flag thing here. Yeah, and we will just go down. I'm gonna do like a dotted line, I think. Now on Thursday, the appointment overlaps tennis camp, so that is something I need to be mindful of. But let's just draw like a freehand dotted line, which is just gonna look like that. And then we'll put like a little arrow here. And tennis camp, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then, yeah, okay. And then the only other like event things I need to write in are at the end of the week. The payday thing I don't need to note for Tuesday, I don't think. That is the day I need to do a bank transfer though, so I will write that in my to-do list column. But Thursday we have the orthodontist appointment at 3, so I need to pick him up early at 2 from tennis camp. So let's go ahead and just write all that. There's 3 things that are gonna happen on Thursday. So at 2 p.m. I need to pick him up. At 3 p.m. we have the ortho. And at 7:30 p.m. we have book club. And I hope it goes much more smoothly this month. We're gonna try Facebook one more time. I think there might have been some technical issues with Facebook that day, according to some other people. And so I think nobody could get into the book club meeting. I was in the meeting like waiting for everybody and nobody showed up, and then everybody was like commenting in the messaging part of the Facebook group like, hey, we can't get in. And so I was like, wait, why? Like, here's the link, why? And it just wouldn't let anybody in. Apparently that happened to other people too for their group events, and so I'm hoping this month that won't happen, but the backup plan is that if it does happen, I will just give everybody the link to a Google Meet meeting. I don't like Google Meet either, but you know, we're just gonna do what we gotta do. And then Friday is gaming night, and I'm actually gonna put that at the bottom. I've been having so much fun in my world, my Minecraft world. I actually started another one, so I have this note in the back of one that I was having a lot of fun just playing in creative mode, and then I flipped it over to survival mode to like actually play. Like I built a whole village and then I'm playing in survival mode. Well, now I'm gonna use this page here to write down information about the other world that I just started from scratch. Anyway, this isn't about Minecraft, but if you want to chat about Minecraft, let me know, because we can definitely chat. Okay, and then Saturday was studio day, so we need to do haircuts and then Home Depot and actually work on the studio. So I definitely don't want to schedule anything else for Saturday. So I'm fine with like filling up the whole box the way I did for Thursday. The second half of Thursday is going to be like kind of busy, like where I'm having to like go places and talk to people or be on camera talking to people. And so I definitely don't want to schedule anything like before that where I'm going out with anyone or meeting anyone. Even like going to the store and running errands is gonna like leave me drained of energy to where I'm not gonna be like 100% for these things. So that's kind of like how I figure that, you know, if my box is already full, I don't need to be able to try to cram more into it using stickers and stuff like that, like to try to make it where I can fit everything in, because this is telling me I'm busy, like I'm already busy. And I know personally I can't be on from morning to night. I just can't. And so it being full like that is fine with me. I don't need to worry about leaving room for other things that could come up, I guess, is just like a long way of saying that. So let's see, we need to go on Saturday, we need to do haircuts and Home Depot to get some supplies and paint and stuff like that. And then we will be working on the studio. All right, and then Sunday is food prep day. And that's super important, especially now. So like, these are my goals, and this is like the main focus goal for the month. So this is food prep for week 32. And we're gonna get groceries for week 32 on Friday morning. So 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. groceries. So this is gonna stay here though. I think the way I wanna do it is that, I don't know, because I don't wanna move them here. Let's see, how do I wanna do this? I can just put them here for now since I'm not using this. And then once these actually happen, I will move them to the done section on the Kanban. I think that's a good compromise there. And then the haircut sticky, I already wrote that down. And then the next haircut is going to be in week 34. So I can just kind of put this here to help remind me that I need to make sure we do haircuts around that time. And all right, let's start transferring all this information. The one thing I didn't write down was the payday. And that is just, I need to know, in my to-do list here, let's use this. Like, I think we'll do something like this. And I'll just use this pen because I already started to. And I'll just write to do. And I just need to write that it's week 31 up here. I didn't have a sticker for this one. The thing for Tuesday was payday, and on payday I need to do a bank transfer. And I'll put here that that needs to happen on Tuesday. And then while I'm thinking about it, order groceries, and that happens on Thursday. And so I put those things there. Okay. And what else do we have? Let me go down this list here and see what's going to happen this weekend. The Google Hub, I have it highlighted, but I decided to write it on my wish list, and I think I already did. Nest Hub, yes. Okay, so I already did that. I don't need to do it now. And we're gonna do I've been saying over and over and over again, we need to finish working on my kid's closet. The thing is, I'm trying to have him help me. Like, I don't wanna just go get rid of his clothes. I have scheduled time with my kid to do that later today. And we need a pencil sharpener, and that's something that I can just That's part of his school supplies. I think I already added it to the list, actually. I'm getting him a pencil sharpener in his school supplies, but I need one for my planning area / like homework area of the house. So I think that's actually already in my Walmart cart. So let me cross that out too. The birthday party thing, he's changed his mind, and I keep kind of like shying away from actually booking it. But now is the point where we only have like a month to go. So it really should get done because I need to get the invitations and all that. So that has to happen this week. We need to book the party. And I need to get him a water bottle that's like tall and skinny. For his like backpack pocket. The one he currently has is like the big, like it's from Simple Modern, but it's like the big one. Like it's wide and it's too big for his backpack. And the book club book, I think I'm going to do that today actually, but let me write it on here anyway in case I forget. I need to get, the August book is Happy Place by Emily Henry, and I was waiting until the last minute to see if possibly I could get it in time from like the library holds list, but there's still like 2,000 people on the list ahead of me, so that's not going to happen. So I need to go get the Kindle version on my Kindle. I'll just write Kindle here. All right, so that is everything off of this list, and I can get rid of that. Now, what do I have on here? I'll do like this stuff later and at the end. And then school supplies, I need to order that. I think I have everything we need, and it's already in my Walmart cart to just get delivered with the groceries. I need to get him a new pair of shoes. And the pencil sharpener, birthday party, water bottle, the tennis camp, orthodontist appointment, that's all on here. My goals for this month. So these 3 tasks, I'm not even gonna, I have it like written here to work on the studio. I'm not gonna write it in like the to-do list because that's not really how I'm gonna be using my planner that day. So it's kind of pointless to write the tasks there. I already know like what needs to be done in here, and that's not something I'm gonna forget, and plus it's like on here. And then I'm not gonna do any of the birthday party stuff. We've already got the grocery stuff and like the Whole30 prep stuff, and I'm not gonna work on any of my content, like the digital product that I'm trying to make, just because I'm still trying to kind of get caught up with just regular content creation. So we're gonna skip that this week, and then the August savings isn't gonna happen until week 34 anyway, so we're good there. These are things that are just daily habits. I don't need to actually schedule anything in for that. And I think the only other thing was like the menu. And I've been thinking about this and thinking about this, and I've decided not to continue writing my menu down. Let's find a week where I did. So like you can see here, I have like meals here, and then I have a spot here for meals. And I was just checking them off as I made them, because sometimes we don't end up doing it like in the order that it's written on the menu here. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, that doesn't really actually benefit me in any way. Every now and then I can see like, oh, what do we still have in the fridge that I need to cook? But it's just not something that needs to get written here. The way I do it is like, I have it on here, right? I have the menu here in my planner. And then I also have it on a chalkboard at my command center for like everybody else to see. So like it's there, and having it written down in my planner is kind of like redundant, and it's just like a waste of time. So I think we're not going to worry about that at all. Let me just write here that he needs to pack a lunch. I mean, I don't think we're gonna forget that, but pack a lunch. And I do need to remember that when we go to the orthodontist, I need to bring a check. Because it's 2023 and we don't write checks anymore, but they need a check for like the payment plan so they can deduct the money every month from our checking account. So I need to, I don't know, how am I gonna write that? Let me just say, bring check. Why did I make an X? I don't know. And then I'll just put Thursday like I did here. Yeah, because then when I sit down every morning and look at this, I can actually, I'll see it as a reminder. So, oh, I need to do book club prep because that's important. Just to make sure. I've been kind of like, now that I have that Erin Condren like reading log notebook, I've been like writing everything down in there because there's like a page for my thoughts on the book and then there's a page for like your book club meeting. And so I've been using that section for the book club meeting to kind of like prep for book club as I'm reading the book. So that's kind of actually been helping me in that way. I need to clean off my hard drive. That was actually, I just realized it was something off this list that I didn't migrate over yet. So recently I asked on Threads what other content creators do with all of their footage. Like right now I'm filming this, and after I edit this all and post it on YouTube, like what do I do with this footage? Because I have like 2 hard drives and they're full of all of this like really big files of video footage that I've never had to go back and use. And if I was gonna need footage, like I can just use the edited version of the video that I have uploaded to YouTube. So anyhow, I asked some people and they were like, just delete it, like nobody keeps it. So I need to go and just delete all that old stuff off of my hard drive, and just free up space because I can't keep buying hard drives. So clean up the hard drive. I need to film and get back on a regular schedule of content making. And so I need to edit, let's see. So tomorrow I'm going to redo my command center for the month of August, and I'm going to film clips from that. And I need to edit that together to make a reel. So I'm going to edit the command center reel, and then I need to film a video for the following week. Oh no, I need to edit a video. I already filmed that. Okay, so I need to edit an Erin Condren haul video, so that's coming up. And I need to film and edit and upload Plan With Me for the following week, which I like to do that on Fridays. So I'll just write Plan With Me 32. And then that is on this list here, which I would just check it off each step of that process. And so once this is actually on that page in my planner, it's going to be so much easier. But right now, I think I need to just washi tape it in here so I don't lose it, because I will lose it. The other thing I need to do is I might consider getting a car wash one of these days that I'm already going to be out when I have to go drop off my kid at tennis camp. And I will probably do that on like Tuesday, I think. No, Tuesday I'm going to, yeah. Anyway, one of these days that is clear, I will decide how I'm feeling and obviously look at the weather, because if it's raining or something, I'm not going to get a car wash. And then I will do a good car wash, vacuum it out real good, clean it all out, and kind of like detail it, because if you notice, one of the things on my list, my monthly to-do list, is a car detail. So I think I want to do that instead of the sunroom cleaning, because what's going to happen here is, okay, let's just talk about this. This is something I don't usually go into on a plan with me, but we have the monthly house project situation. And for August, it's to do like a deep clean of our sunroom. It's really just a breakfast area that's like all windows, and it's always like bright and sunny in there, so we just call it the sunroom. It's not like a legitimate like sunroom, like, anyway. And then to detail the car. So those are the two projects for August. The thing is, my husband is going to be home this weekend, and so if I clean and do like a deep clean of the sunroom, when my husband's home, everything gets messy. I don't know what it is about us. I think it's just because we never see each other, so like no one wants to clean. Like we just hang out with each other and don't like follow through with like basic house cleaning stuff. We just let stuff pile up. We leave stuff on the table. We leave stuff on all the surfaces and whatnot. And that's gonna bug me if I spend a bunch of time cleaning the sunroom on one of these days, and then my husband's home and we're like running errands and getting all kinds of stuff from Home Depot, and there's tools everywhere, and then it just gets messy again, like within a few days. That's really gonna bug me. And so I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to say, okay, I'm gonna wait till my kid is back in school and we're on a basic routine where that sunroom is gonna stay cleaner longer after I deep clean it. So that's just kind of like where I'm at with that. So we're going to do the car detail instead this week, or attempt it. And if it gets moved to another week, that's fine too, but it's on the list. And I already did the smart things. Car wash is on here. And then these things that are like basic home cleaning things, like cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, vacuuming, taking out the trash. All that stuff is on my Erin Condren wall organizer system. It's like I can just check it off each day, so that doesn't need to get written on my to-do list. So finally, I think we're done. This is going to get recycled now that I've used it as a brain dump. This can get recycled now that I have gotten everything off of here. And then this is going to get washi taped onto this page, and I don't have any washi tape with me to do that, so I will do that right after this when I go back downstairs with it. And now we finally have our week ready, and I can move this here. This is basically done. I'm not going to keep this on there for yeah. Okay, and this is, I'm going to actually put this food prep thing on the current week because this is still going to be open. And this is ready for next week. And you can see I didn't put any color on it or any stickers or anything. And another thing I've learned about myself is keeping it simple. Just doing it like this is really the number one thing that can help me get the things done that I want to get done. Spending all this time putting stickers and making things cute doesn't contribute to whether or not I'm getting anything done. I know some people say if it's pretty, they want to look at it, and then when they look at it, they see the stuff they need to do. And I think that's great and amazing. For me, that doesn't do it, and I just end up spending time like perfecting it and making it cute instead of like spending time doing the things, you know what I mean? So anyhow, there will be some weeks that I want to add stickers to it for fun, and that's fine, but this is not one of those weeks. So this is how my week is gonna look, and there's a lot of stuff on this list. I hope that I don't end up adding anything because yeah, there's already a lot. it's already looking like I'm gonna be kind of busy, and I need to make sure these things are getting done on these days because I'm gonna have a bunch going on here. Anyhow, that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing. I post functional planning videos on my channel just like this, so chances are you're gonna like the next one too. I know this was a long one, so thank you so much for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.